you like this video, please click like, share it, subscribe, buttons down there, and if you want coaching with me in Nottingham or Align, all the information is in the bio. Are you doing all right? Aiming this week. There's a lot of stuff out there online and the dream being sold that if you do this, you'll always pot the ball. Unfortunately, nothing works like that. There are a few different variables that people need to realise that will affect their aiming. There are a few different little sort of tips and little things out there that do help a little bit. Here's a few, but ultimately you're gonna have to do it yourself. Check it out. Here we go, aiming. So I think firstly what people have got to realise is that to play this same shot, so to pot the black, we've all got to hit the same spot of the black. We've got to hit the same spot because that's just physics, isn't it, right? But some people will have to aim thicker or thinner than other people for a few different reasons. One of the reasons is that the way they see the shot. And the only way of working that out and working out what you see is just by playing the shot over and over and seeing where it goes. Now there's certain other things part of the process of potting a ball than just the line, but that is, if you're hitting a ball 80% thick, then you're probably aiming too thick. I mean, especially on a shot of this distance. So you can make little allowances and little adjustments, and when it starts going in, you think, well, okay, that's where I need to hit then, rather than the first position that I picked. Now, one of the problems with a lot of these systems out there is they don't take that into consideration. So, you know, these daft aiming systems out there, standing like that, and you've got to get your shoulders in the right place, apparently. Why? You've got no eyes in your shoulders. And then dodgy walk-ins, right? Okay, right. What about people who don't do it? They still pot balls. To say that that's the only way to do it and then you'll always pick the right line is nonsense. Absolutely nonsense, right? You've got things like people using the light, the reflection off the light with the balls. I mean, what if the lights are in the different spot? I wouldn't recommend you use that one. But there are a few little things, tips out there, or systems that you can probably use. So that might help you pick the right line. But again, ultimately, might have to make slight adjustments on that line that it's telling you based on what you see. So the first one is ghost ball method. So it's pretty simple. If I make a plant there, in theory, if I get behind that white, aim to hit that red in the middle, somebody moved out of the way before I hit it, I would then send the white to the correct point of that black to pot it in there. It doesn't always work because certain thicknesses create a little bit of push. So you might have to hit it at a different angle. But again, as an average position to hit, it's all right. You've got things like, that's it, people are drawing lines from the pocket, then back up to the white. I think that's a bit, I mean, if it works, it works, but you can see people standing here and then like that, and then it's like that. I mean, it's there for ages. You can't get no fluency. I just think that it's a bit long, really. So I wouldn't recommend doing that, but again, if it works for you, it works. I think one that I probably is closest to what I do. Now, look, obviously, I've played a trillion shots in my life. I only look 25. And I can instinctively pick these lines now because I've played off over and over again, not because I'm special, just because I've played a lot, right? And there's other things put in place I've got right as well. But I say the closest one I could say is like the half moon, full moon, the quarter ball and all that sort of thing. I sort of subconsciously think about how much of the object ball will be sticking out from whichever the opposite side to where I'm hitting it, and that gives me an average sort of position, and I just aim to a spot. I do look at the back of the object ball when I hit it. I'm an object ball player, so when I hit it, I'll be looking at the object ball, and I'll be looking at the potting point of where, when I actually hit it, where I want it to go. But remember, my cue won't be pointing at that potting point, because I've seen other stuff out there where, like shorts, where to pot this, they'd pick the potting point and then they'd cue through the cue ball to that potting point. But that would mean on this, as a right cut, you are aiming right and middle. We don't do that unless, well, if you did, the seas would boil and the sky would burn. Unless you need to, obviously, but generally won't. So that can't, most of the time, unless it's a straight shot, your cue will not be pointing at the point of the object ball. Which again, that is a rabbit hole you don't want to go down because that will drive you mad. Just let that go. Address where you need on the cue ball, aim to a spot, and then hopefully it'll start going in. But I think to try and simplify, and I do this a lot, I try and simplify stuff, just look where it's going. You know, pick a spot on the black, right? Wherever it is. Most people's instincts are pretty good, right? But they don't trust it because there's other things wrong. But if you, again, if you keep missing a ball thick, you probably need to aim thinner. And then when it keeps going in, then you can go, oh, that's where I need to look. And then hopefully you'll keep getting them more. But the thing is with this, there's no magic formula. There's no perfect system. A lot of it is down to you working out where you need to hit. And all shots are the same. This is just a nearly straight, off straightish shot. I need to work out where I need to hit to send it in there. And that's just playing. So I'm sorry not to give you a definite sort of way of doing it. You'll always do it the same because no one can. They might tell you they can, but they can't. And again, it's just about practicing and working out what you want to do. And that's just part of the fun of learning how to play. So yeah, sorry I can't give you a magic formula. I mean, I've searched, I cannot find it. So there you go. As you can see, there's no magic formula. That dream will be sold to you and people will lap that up, but unfortunately, there is none. Comment below. See you soon.